Welcome back to another week of Winter 2026 tier list, where I go over the most recent episode, Monday to Sunday, and rate it based on how I felt about it. Remember, the rating here, I could say something's a 5 out of 10, but if it was so fun, I might just put it on peak. 2 more weeks left, right? A lot of the animes are coming to an end. Some of them will end next week, some of them will end in 2 weeks, but it's almost done. Winter's almost done. It's kind of crazy. All right, we just watched Shibuyugi, and I'd say it was great. What's it called? Candlewood is gonna end tomorrow. We're gonna wrap up every episode. There's about 4 episodes pending right now, including, tomorrow's episode. We're gonna wrap it in one video and release it. Candlewood arc has been compelling. Moigi's motivations and the way that she went out, salute. The way that Moigi's death then elicited such a response in Yuki as she realizes, what the fuck am I even doing this for? The ghost, why do I even have legs? Chills. Kiara just being a homicidal maniac has popping off. Our mentor being a fraud. The overall narration, the character development, god damn, the writing is fire. It's so deep that I can't even understand it. Great anime. Mid. Hero Party, this is stuff I still haven't dropped. Probably gonna release a video, that's gonna be batched today, and the new episode came out today, but we're rating last week's one. What happened with this anime? We went back to being Chuni, Cecilia, and you know what, there's actually a lot of fun slice of life happening. It might have been mid, but you know what, I like the way that Cece kept responding back in a Chuni way, and the demonic lolly and the gargoyle, their relationship, it's actually wholesome as fuck. I will put it on good. This week's, last week, or when I will put it on good. All right, Hell's Paradise pissed me the fuck off. Fuck, I don't know how to feel about this, because Hell's Paradise, I love Shion, and Nuruga and Shion has had a revenge match that's been boiling since season 1, and the way that they handled, Tenza, and like what pisses me off is how illogical the decisions were, and how it created an opportunity for Tenza flashbacks to really then hone in on Nurugai to run back and save Shion from crashing out. But the way that it was done fucking made me so mad. Like, it was an annoying episode. It was like an annoying as fuck episode, but I don't really know. I don't know where to put this one, bro. I don't know. I'll probably put it at great or something. This is such a funny comment. Wait, Ka dropped MHA illegals. Damn. You're 2.5 months late. That tells me you don't even watch the fucking anime reaction for Vigilantes. People like you are why the videos drop, by the way, because no one gives a fuck about it. And then you pull up asking, oh my god, the anime's dropped? Why are you surprised? You don't even watch. You didn't even realize it was a thing. Now you're gonna try to backseat and LARP here, being like, oh my god, you dropped Vigilantes? Do you even watch it? It's crazy, bro. The funniest shit is when people show up on old videos and say, why did you drop this? Because you were never there. You were never even fucking there to watch it. It's because people like you. Next up, polar opposites. Vibes are great. The vibes are immaculate. We're setting up for the conclusion of this season. School field trip. Taira Azuma relationship again, just exploding. Nishi Yamada, great. The side ships are really getting along well. Honchan is really coming up to shine. Her comedy is shining through. Suzuki and Tani? It got a little bit more exciting. Why? Because when you are already in a ship, it's kind of boring. It's like a married couple. There's no drama. But ever since that little kiss, it's kind of went back to like, ooh, emotions are kind of butterflies again, right? Stuff like that was nice. Overall, great episode as we're setting up for, the school field trip stuff. Hopefully it's going to wrap up the season in an explosive way. All right. Jack of all trades. Now, you know what? Let's talk about Frieren. Battle Shonen of the year. Battle Shonen of the decade. The greatest aura farming show to ever exist. My fucking god, just wonderful. Some people genuinely don't understand that this is like an insult though. Is Frieren a battle shonen? No, it's not. It is a shonen though, and it has a lot of great battle aura farming moments. It is crazy to say that this is episode of the year though, And it's also even crazier that people try to defend the writing and the narrative, you know, driven action sequences and how to say like this is not just aura farming. I will acknowledge, I think of all the people using these mental gymnastics, they don't even understand what they mean by like narration or like story-driven actions. Genau is a character that's been shown up in season 1 as a proctor for the first round of the mage exams, right? And then in season 2, we show up and he's like, you know, in the 2 episodes, he's got a lot of development of what kind of person he is. His childhood friend died. This is his home village. He acts like a bad person, but he's not a bad person. He's actually a really good person. The whole arc was about self-discovery, that like, hey, as cold as he, you know, presents himself, he's honestly such a sweetheart. And the way that, you know, this all then culminated into a hype action scene of him and Stark versus Revolte, getting revenge, but on top of that, then prioritizing Stark's, you know, like it's just beautiful. It is great to see. I understand, but like this is a not significant character that many people talk about. Like I love Genau, but I think a lot of people are straight up just performative as fuck and acting like this is like the most deepest character to ever written. I bet you these people didn't even care about Genau. They just want to put Frieren on a different agenda. I loved it though. It was great. Next up, Oshinoko to the fucking top. Was it though? Let me think. This week's Oshinoko was set up. It also was more about other characters, right? Like Gotanda, the, you know, the businessman director guy that constantly talks about, you know, what the point of this is. The best parts probably is Shiranui, Frill, pulling up. But that stuff was also very short-lived at the very end. I'd say I still put it in peak. It's just definitely one of the slower and weaker episodes relative to the other episodes. And weaker doesn't mean bad. It's just that the other episodes has been so fucking explosive and drama heavy. Still, great episode, if not peak. Oh, we gotta put Rooster Fighter up here, dude. Where's Rooster Fighter? Does this tier list have Rooster Fighter in here? Do you guys see Cockfighter? We'll talk about that later. Honestly, Rooster Fighter is also part of next week's tier list, not this week, so we'll maybe talk about it later. But Rooster Fighter, bro, it's to the fucking top. Okay? This is a Rooster Fighter right now. Rooster Fighter, it's on its own fucking tier, bro. That episode was something else. Like, genuinely, go watch it. Like, it's Attack on Titan, but chickens, bro. It's epic. It's fucking hype. Sentence Me Hero. Peak. What was it though? Why was it peak? Rhino. Rhino was really fun. What a crazy character he is. Fucked in the head. The way that he talks, it gives me, you know, very sus vibes. Menacing. I love the diverse roster of characters. Every character, again, is so great. There hasn't been any L characters. The one character that I don't really fuck with so far is kind of like Jace, because he's relatively new and he hasn't really done much other than be sus with dragons, but he hasn't really had his time to shine just yet. But the roster of characters is great. A lot of more mystery and conspiracy theory going on with Kibia's uncle. They're really setting him up to be someone that he's not, right? Some great scenes with fighting with, you know, using Rhino and just artillery strikes, strong as fuck. Peak episode. Great. Chain Soldier. Dude, this shit is actually like... How do I describe it? I low-key think Chain Soldier over Frieren this week, not because of the production value. No. The action here easily clears Frieren. But the thing about Chain Soldier, right? Even though the limited action, I actually care more about the current situation. With like, bro, Kusetsu, it is straight up Shibuya incident shit happening right now. Kusetsu is popping the fuck off on the city. Things are going crazy. All the different captains are showing up one by one. Our sister fucking pulls up too. Holy shit. It's actually getting crazier and crazier. Kusetsu arc is making everyone pull up one by one. And it's just unstopped. It's just fight after fight after fight. Is there any story-driven narration for these fight scenes? No. Is this an all-out aura fest? It is. And I'm gonna have a video later on that's gonna talk about how I think doing aura in a compelling way is harder to execute than having story, narration driven, you know, plot and action, just like Frieren. Because when you have just pure aura, that's non-verbal. It just is. And it reaches a person's heart. It moves them. Not because of its performative and deep writing. Some people genuinely see something like Shiboyugi or Frieren or something, right? Some story-driven narrative about philosophy and wow, the writing, and then they LARP of it. They're like, yes, because they attempted, like, this is fucking peak and it's better than everything else. I would argue doing non-verbal Unga Bunga aura that actually compels you is harder to execute. Genuinely. There's been so many Unga Bunga aura that just falls flat. It's cringe. It's meaningless slop. But there's sometimes again, where again, there's nothing crazy narration happening or any characters really being developed in a story way. Not really. Nothing even close to Genau. Yet, fuck, the unstoppable hype train after hype train of characters pulling up, it just gets me so excited. That's how I truly felt about it. I did. Thank you, Josh, for the 11 months. Thank you, thank you. Chain Soldier on fucking top. Again, this easily beats Chain Soldier in production value. This wouldn't even be contended for like episode of the season or like anime of the season. But it's my personal flavor and just like enjoyment. And this episode, again, I'm just baffled that Chain Soldier is hauling ass like this, considering how it was in season 1, considering how non-significant it seemed to be, and now it's just pulling up. Something about that just makes me very excited about this anime. Jack of all trades, hero of none, party of none. Kids are gonna die. The kids are gonna die. So it was half the episode was talking about the trauma of the party, of how they're getting ready to fight against the Black Dragon, stealing their resolve. And then the next half is them actually in the battle. But the really important stuff is with the kids and the new, you know, people coming up, right? They're about to kill the kids, bro. The amount of death flag being set up from everybody only for the supervisor to die, that shit was comical. Now, next episode, which is tomorrow, I'm very excited. What's Oden gonna do? It's gonna be interesting. There's gonna be a lot of impacts happening. Fake Strange Fake? This episode was also akin to Oshinoko in the way that it was more just... This episode was no action, right? There's not really much going on other than we're transported to a different dimension, it seems like, right? Mr. Black has created this bounded field and we're trying to figure out how to get back out. A lot of fun dialogue and, you know, mystery solving. A lot of fun. Gilgamesh, Enkidu, Yaoi, Ishtar being a hater of that scene. Very fun. I think this Fate episode truly shows that it doesn't need to be all action. Simply off of the diverse roster of characters and their lore and the fun interactions, it can be very entertaining in itself too. Peak. Loved it. Aka and Richard's relationship really blossoming. Love to see it. What else is going on? Clan Calatin. Castor being a homie. Orlando being a fraud. What else? What else? What else? Sigma Assassin. Not too much with that this time. What other characters are there? It was mostly Gilgamesh, Enkidu, Ishtar, you know, or at least those are the scenes that I remember the most. The Red Riding Lolly, though, what the fuck is that? Why do we keep saying Kotomi no Kire? And, you know, young Gilgamesh is now, you know, growing up. Who knows? We'll see. Now, oh yeah, the Aka's plot twist is crazy. I forgot about that. Aka's in Romania. Why is she here? And then JJK! Jujutsu Kaisen to the fucking top every time. Of course it is. Of course it is, right? Of course it is. To the fucking top. Oh, this is gonna make people mad. They see this tier, they get fucking mad. Be mad about it, bro. Cry about it, bro. JJK Takaba, so fun. I don't think we really realize how fucking insane Takaba really is. Because that fight was so goofy and comical that he just dominated the opponent, but we're not even like taking it seriously because of how unserious it was. Takaba seems to be fucking insane. The way that people talk about Higuruma and Takaba, like you can see why that might be. Megumi's episode, bro. Megumi was... He said that he could kill, right? He said that I'm not like Yuji. I will kill to get points. And he did. What the fuck? Reggie's so fun. Reggie is actually so fun. I don't think that these needs to be like villains that we're against. I think Reggie will most likely be a character like Higuruma, where who knows if we team up right away, but they're definitely not someone that we're looking to kill, right? I hope that Reggie's crew joins Megumi and we can make something of it. Bro, the fucking just receipts. How much did he buy in preparation for the Culling games? It blows my fucking mind. Imagine Reggie didn't buy any of that, except he just worked as a part-timer or like jobs, and he collected all the receipts instead. Anyways, Reggie's fucking crazy. The bomb guy is pretty cool. Don't really have much about him other than him just fucking breaking teeth and plucking eyeballs out. The old man that was doing taijutsu, rest in peace. Megumi is just killer. And Megumi's domain expansion being utilized in the gymnasium because he hasn't completed it, right? He can't close his domain expansion outside, I guess. But within the nature of a gymnasium, it acts as a base, and this will somehow make it easier. Man, I'm realizing a pattern of behavior where they say domain expansion and the episode ends. And you know what? It's peak. It's peak cliffhanger. I love that shit. I hate it, but I love it. It is really fucking hype, bro. And that's pretty much it. All right, let's recalibrate. If I really want it to be harsh, if I really... Here is the performative tier list. This would just go in mid because this is a mid-tier anime no matter what that people acknowledge, right? I would be putting this down here because how fucking pissed I was at fucking Shion and Nurugai's, you know, fucking just the episode against the bum-ass Tencent. The performative tier list would have Frieren at the very top no matter what. Chain Soldier would never be acknowledged because it is simply an ecchi show and people would probably say it's mid too. People would probably say JJK doesn't belong up there. Like only basically like Oshinoko I think may have a claim to be in peak because it's not a battle shonen, it's literally that. This is how people think. Basically, it needs to have production value, but if you have any sort of aura or action stuff, then it's not allowed unless it's Frieren. Right? And Sadness Be a Hero might be underrated, so it might have to be down here. JJK might have to be fucking down here too. Yeah, this is the performative tier list. But the one before, that's my fucking heart. That's my fucking heart. See you next time.